Let your breath come into your practice. Inhale and exhale. Just settle in. Time for yoga. All right, so thinking about the sun, go ahead and place your hands on your belly and let your thumbs and your forefingers make a circle. And that's your brightness. So go ahead and as you inhale through your nose, send your breath into that space of brightness right there. And then as you exhale, let that soften as you press your belly button towards your spine. And as you inhale, let your hands start to come apart as your brightness deepens. And exhale. And just breathe into that nice, open, bright, sunny space. And eventually the arms start to open up like rays of the sun and come back down. Open out and come back down, waking up those shoulders, maybe a tiny little back bend as you look up. And as you look up, make sure that you're not flopping your head back. Just keep good integrity in the neck. And then let's make this more into a cat and cow inspired movement. Rolling forward, inhaling up. Taking it deeper forward and up. There it is. So those nice cat and cow movements for the spine. Oh yeah, a couple more. And then just coming back to standing, okay? So we're gonna take the feet a little wider than hip width distance. Let the toes be turning out and let the knees be soft here. Arms are out, okay? And we're just going to flip the wrists up, let the shoulders settle a little bit, and flip the wrists down, okay? Now, as you reach over to the right, turn your right wrist up, to the left, left wrist up and down. So it's just over and down. And we're not going far because we don't want the knees to go too far over the toes. Just gentle, 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 flipping the hands, waking up the side body. Whew. And a few more, just side to side, reaching and flipping. Whew. And then take it down, shake out the arms, inhale and exhale. Okay, so the feet are slightly wider than hip width distance. The knees and hips are soft. Take your arms forward, and then as you twist to the right, just bring your arm back like a bow, and then forward. Okay, I'm going to do it again to the right, you do it to the left. Bring the arm back, gentle twist, and forward. Is this making sense? And move side to side. I'm staying on one side so you can see the movement a few times. Yep, alternating. Oh yeah, just a nice little opening twist here. Alternating sides. And you probably started to the right, so when you go to the left, you'll be basically even. Let your arms come down and shake it out. Okay, let's do a little sunburst breath here. So the knees and hips are soft. We're not folding forward. In sunflower, we fold forward. But in the sunburst breath, we're just keeping the feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Knees and hips are soft. And just cross your right arm over your left. Take a nice deep inhale. The legs straighten naturally as you do that. Left arm over right, nice deep inhale. Yeah, you're a sunburst. And just a few more times, waking everything up. Whew. Get that blood flowing, get those shoulders going, alternating which arm is in front, down and up. And then come back to standing. All right, so let's now take a mountain pose at the back of the mat. So here we're going to start firming up the muscles, standing more intentionally, okay? And just with your arms by your side, lift your sternum. So you're lifting the sternum, and you can see what that already does for your shoulders, right? The shoulders start to sort of head toward each other. Go back and down. Inhale and exhale. You are in your firm, immovable mountain pose. Okay? Strong wind comes. You are steady and strong in mountain pose. And you inhale and exhale. Now let's sweep the arms up. Inhale. Swan dive. This time we're bringing the hands down, the knees and hips bend. And just do that a few more times. Float up and down. As you come down in your swan dive, think about releasing your spine nice and long. Your head is hanging as you go down. And then swan dive, hands to the mat, and start to walk forward. Bring your knees down anytime it suits you. We're coming into a knee down plank. So everybody's in knee down plank here. Core is engaged, fingers are spread wide, wrists are under the shoulders, knee down plank. Okay, and from your knee down plank, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, and that'll take you into the downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring the knees back down, knee down plank. Okay, and try lifting both knees and bringing them back down. So we're controlling, we're not crashing the knees down. We're lifting and lowering, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and down dog. Inhale and exhale. Remember, down dog can always be a table. Your hands can always be on a chair. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into your forward fold here. Let's just stay here for a minute. Let the spine extend. Bring your hands, either keep them on the mat or just bring them to your legs. They're touching something. The crown of your head is facing the earth like there's a book you're reading with the top of your head. And then bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your legs as you come halfway up. And come the rest of the way up. Whew. So we're coming up to standing. We're back in mountain pose. Okay? And we're just going to do that one more time. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, swan dive. Find your way to a knee down plank. So in plank, everything is one straight line. The fingers are spread wide. And now we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, set them down, lift and down. Your core is helping with these knee lifts, right? Bring the work into your core. Knees stay up, down dog. Inhale and exhale. Let's pedal the feet in this down dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Send one heel down to the mat and hold. And switch. Other heel down to the mat and hold. Lift both heels. Bend the knees, set the hips back, shoot them back and up, and then bring both heels down. Nice stretch for the back of the legs. We bring both knees down and sit off to the side. Take the legs forward. And just find mountain pose, right? Nice and balanced on the sit bones. Spine nice and long, yeah. Inhale and exhale. All right, and from here, if it suits you, take a cross-leg position. If you're happier with your legs straight, you can do this with a straight leg too, okay? All right. One thing you might notice here, my legs are not sitting on top of each other. I prefer to keep one leg in front of each other, kind of in a stack like this. So you can try whatever way suits you best. Okay? For me, I feel like I don't like this feeling on my ankle of having my leg. Is that making sense? Yeah. Okay, so that's just an alternative. Okay, straight legs is an alternative. Okay, let's get the side body going a little more. Left hand by your side. It's not supporting you. It's just going to decorate your mat as you take your right arm up by your ear. Make that shoulder nice and soft and reach, reach, reach over to the left. Now staying here, just loosen up a little bit, release a little bit, and come back over. Try and keep your shoulders as stacked as possible. Loosen a little bit and come back over. And then come up, bring your right hand down to decorate that side of your mat. Left arm up, shoulders soft, reach over. What's your right hand doing? Basically nothing. Loosen a little bit, release a little bit, and back over. Release a little bit, and stretch through the rib cage. Shoulders are stacked, and you come forward. Okay, we're going to take that over to the left once again. Over and hold. And release a little bit and hold. Release and stretch and hold. And then other side. Over. Shoulders stacked. Release and stretch. Release and stretch. Release, stretch, and hold. And come on back up. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean back, lift one foot and then the other. Okay? If that doesn't suit you this morning, then just keep 1 or 2 feet down. Change the cross of your ankles. So your core is really working hard here already, right? And go ahead and bring your legs back down. So now they're crossed. Did I say switch ankles? Yes, so your legs are crossed in the other direction. Thank you. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to go back to that lean and add a circle. So the left hand is down, the right arm is up, shoulder is soft, tilting over. Put your left hand on your left thigh, inhale, and then as you exhale, make a big sweeping motion with the arm. Take a big circle. Think of how big and round the sun is. Make that your circle. Really reaching as your arm comes forward. Nice release for the hips too. Next time you're over to the left, make sure your right hip is still grounded. Bring your left arm out and bring it up. Bring your right hand down. Reach over to the right here. Shoulders are stacked. Inhale and exhale. Right hand to the right thigh and make those nice big circles. Oh. Total release of the spine. When you feel like you're even with your other side, then just go ahead and keep your left arm over, extend through the right with that left hip grounded. Bring the arms up, bring your hands to heart center, lean back, raise one foot and then the other, and bring your feet down, hip width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. I know this is at least one of your favorite part of our yoga practice, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the knees bent, feet hip width distance apart. Work a little core business here, okay? So we're going to start this morning with the hands back, fingertips pointing, okay? And then with a nice long spine, take it back and up. Take it back and up. Now we're not crashing into the wrists here. The wrists aren't doing the work. The hands are just there to give us a little support. And take it up. Okay, now another option is to take your right knee up. It's bent. And as you lean back, extend your right leg and bring it up. Extend your right leg. Your hands are still there for a little extra support. And then another option, bring your arms forward and do this. So any one of those three. Oh, two more. However you're doing it. Oh, and bring it in. Okay. Anybody feeling their core yet? Core starting to wake up? Okay, thank you. Inhale and exhale. All right, so remember, we're going hands back, fingertips are pointing in, and we're going down and up. Down and up, right? The core is working here, not the arms. You have to really focus because your arms are going to want to do this, right? Ooh, just push you around. Now, as an option, take the left knee up and go forward and back. And as a final option, remember these are options. You customize what's right for you today. Bring your hands forward. 3, 2, 2, and 1. And release. All right. So we've just kind of woken up the core a little bit, haven't we? I guess we have. Yeah, let's see how the obliques respond to something like this, okay? So take a breath, bring your hands back, okay? And the first thing we're going to do is just let the knees go side to side. So this is like windshield wipers, but you're sitting up, side to side. And that is getting your obliques, okay? Another option is to bring up both knees and let your knees go side to side. Side to side. All right, bring it down. So you could do either of those, or you could bring your knees up, and as you go to the right, extend the legs. Then bend the knees, go to the left and extend the legs. So feel free to mix these up, right? Or stick with the one that you love the best. I think there's something here for everybody, right?
Lucy, what if you don't love any of them?
Then you just keep going. Then you may not love the action, but you love the results. That was a very good question. Thank you. What if you don't love any of them? All right, bring it in, woo, and release. Shake it out. See, this is why I love feedback. It's so much fun. All right, shake it out. Everybody good? I don't know about you guys, but I am getting super warm. All right, let's just take a few breaths. Let's just do some breath here. Inhale deeply through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now, very important yoga pose here. Raise the right corner of your mouth, raise the left corner of your mouth, and stay that way. There you go, Smileasana. And let's give each other a namaste. Happy day, namaste. Now we come to hands and knees. So we're going to do Sunbird. The wrists are directly under the shoulders, fingers are spread wide, knees are under the hips, okay? And this can be done, remember, hands on a chair or hands at the wall. You can even do it standing. See what your wrists feel like, right? So we're going to do Sunbird. Take your right leg back, point the toe, draw your right leg closer to the sky and then look forward, lift up. This is Sunbird, and release. Okay, did that make sense? Left leg back, point the toe, lift the leg, look up. Sunbird on the left, and release. So we could stay with Sunbird, or we can add a dancing Sunbird. Right leg back, lift the leg, toe is pointed, you look up, and now bend your elbows down and up, and release. And your elbows are heading back, not out, okay? Left leg up, Sunbird, bend at the elbows, down and up. So two more, either Sunbird or Sunbird to dancing Sunbird, your choice. Right side, Sunbird, option, dance it down and up, knee down. Left side, Sunbird, option, bending at the elbows, up and down. One more of each, go ahead. Your option. And remember, you can always mix them up. Nice. All right. Now, come to forearms. So your forearms, this gives your wrists a break, your hands are flat. Okay, and we're just going to go forward and back, releasing the hips here. Releasing the hips, preparing for child's pose. So we're releasing the hips, and then bring the big toes together, knees wide apart, and supporting the head. Either the forehead goes on your mat, or your hands, a block. You want your forehead touching something so your neck doesn't have to support it. We're in child's pose. Just take a few breaths here. If your arms want to go behind instead of in front, that's always an option. All right, so let's come on up and just come to knees for a moment here. So we can give the wrists a little shake out, a little roll, give them a break, wiggle the fingers, make a gentle fist and release, release, release. Okay, so there's two ways you can come up from here. You can go down dog, right? Table to down dog, walk your feet forward, or start to roll back onto your feet. Now this is going to use a lot from your legs. You roll back onto your feet and then bring your hands to your heart center. If you're already hating life, just go table, down dog, okay? And from here, we're gonna stand straight up and release, okay? So if that didn't work for you, come to standing any way that does. Did you feel that here? Feel a little bit there, right? Okay. So since we just got those legs just to kick in, and they're like, yeah, here I am, let's go ahead and give them a little bit more attention here. So we're going to take the feet hip width distance. We're working our way to chair. Hips are back, pelvis tucks under, arms are forward, tuck a little more, arms overhead. Okay, we're in our basic chair here. Inhale and exhale. Remember, in chair, the weight is behind you, so your toes can wiggle. Stand tall, inhale, float down. You bend your knees and your hips, tuck your tailbone under, arms forward, tuck, arms reach overhead. You're in chair again. And let's roll through that one more time. Inhale, swan dive. Take it up into chair. Inhale and exhale. And stand tall and release. All right, yay. So that was our just basic chair, okay? All right. Now we're going to do warrior one. So from the top of your mat, okay, you step your right foot back, bend your left knee so that your knee is over your ankle, tracking straight through. Your right foot is behind you, at an angle, face toward the front there. Bring your arms forward, put length in your spine, and keeping that length, bring your arms overhead. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to move through this warrior one. I'm just going to turn so you can see what's happening here. Bring your arms out to the side, straighten your leg. So it's arms out, legs straight. Bend the knee, arms up. Arms out, straighten the leg. Bend the knee, arms up. Yep, that's all it is. So as long as your arms are going down and up and your knee is bending and straightening, don't worry too much about which is happening, what time. And then come back into your warrior one and take it forward, shake out a little bit, ready on the left. So all it is knees straighten while the arms come out. It doesn't really matter if your knee is straightening while your arms are going up or down, right? Does that make sense? Big step back with the left. Right knee bends, right knee over the ankle. Turn and face towards your leg. We're doing warrior one on the left now, so we bring the arms forward. We want to put some length in the spine, and then as you bring your arms up, you're not crunching into your lower back. Your spine is still long. Inhale and exhale. Straighten the legs, arms down. Take it down and up. So your leg, your front leg is bending and straightening. Your arms are going up and out to the side. And then take it back to warrior one. And step forward and release. Whew. Shake it out. All right, so you'll be happy to know that now that we've done chair and warrior one, and this is a sun practice, we'll be doing a sun salutation B later on. Yay, who's happy to know that? We all are. Let's do our sun A's first, shall we? Okay, feet hip width distance. Inhale and exhale. Find mountain pose, take your breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take your hands to your thighs, hips back, look up, half lift. Exhale, the hands come down and find your way to a knee down plank. So step back, bring your knees down. We're working knee down plank this morning. Inhale and exhale. Feel your core here, okay? Now we're going to tuck the toes, and guess what? Lift the knees, bring them down. Lift the knees, bring them down. Lift the knees and press back and up to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Remember, your dog can always be a table. Take your right leg up. Let's point the toe and spin that hip. Small circles one direction, a little larger. Remember, you can always bring your left knee down. Point that toe again, hold the leg, and then go opposite direction with your circles. Small and larger. Okay, so the right leg is up. We're going to come onto the toes of the left foot. Bend the right knee, draw it in toward the chest, and then just set that foot down. So that's a big step forward. Meet your right foot with your left. Walk the rest of the way to the top of your mat. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. All right. We're doing the other side now. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, hands down, and let's find that knee down plank again. Exploring the knee down plank this morning. Yes, you can see how much integrity the spine has in a knee down plank, and that's the feeling you want as you tuck your toes and lift your knees. Inhale and exhale. If you've lost that, if your spine starts to do that, then you bring your knees down. That's where you belong right now. Okay? Now we're going to lift up and back. Remember, you can do this through table. Up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. We take the left leg up, point the toe. Circle that left leg in one direction, small circles and a little larger. And then we pause, take the leg opposite direction, small, a little larger. Okay, hold the left leg up, come to the toes of the right foot, draw that left knee in, and step your foot forward, meet it with the right, walk the rest of the way to the top of your mat. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And we release. Inhale and exhale. All right, so come to a place where you like to balance. Inhaling and exhaling. So for balance, our feet are hip width distance apart. The feet are nice and big as foundations for us, right? So hip width, yeah, let's go over hip width for a second. If you put your hands on your hip bones and you point your fingers down to your feet, that's hip width, okay? Yeah. All right, so sometimes we think it's wider or narrower, but that's your hip width, okay? Inhale and exhale. All right, so now we're going to start to balance, and in keeping with our sun theme, we'll do sun and moon pose. So let's put the hands on the hips. We'll lift the toes, spread them all out, and then put them back down so the feet stay nice and big. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, calming the mind for balancing. Inhale and exhale. And then, as we know, steady gaze, right? Find a spot that isn't moving. Take your right foot to the ball of the foot. Keep your left leg nice and strong. And then start to lift that right ankle. See where your balance is right now. Yeah, bring the foot back down. Let's try that on the other side. Remember, you can always have a chair nearby for support. You can be near a wall. Sometimes if you're on a squishy surface, going to a harder surface, bring your left heel up, right leg stays straight and strong, left knee. Yes, and release. Now I want to show you something about this knee lift here. I'll do it this way, okay? I only have one good side, and this is it. All right, so when you bring your knee up, the body tends to want to throw the leg behind because it feels more stable. Think about keeping your ankle under your knee. So let's try that one more time on the right. Ankle is under the knee rather than the leg kicking back. Yeah. And release. All right. Let's try it on the other side. Ankle under knee. So your leg is at a right angle. And release. All right. So let's take a nice deep breath and we'll take it into the full sun and moon, right? We're going right knee up. Left arm up. Right fingertips down. So remember to keep your focus, your gaze on something that isn't moving. Nice, and release. Woo! All right, on the left. Left knee up, right arm up. And release. All right, so never worry if we're falling into and out of our balances, as long as we don't totally fall, right? But the balance might be a little more challenging at one point than another. That's why we're here, we're working, right? All right, let's see if we can get the knee and the arm going up at the same time. Ready? Right knee, left arm. Woo. And release. Left knee, right arm, float them up. And release. All right, so enjoy your sense of balance here with your feet hip-width distance apart. Just let your breath circulate, move around through your body. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to step the legs wide, turn the toes out, okay? And as you set your hips down, it's not a booty back kind of movement. It's a straight down. Knees are going over the toes. So knees and toes, knees and toes. Yeah, just release into this a few times. And let's add those sunburst arms, okay? So the knees bend, right arm crosses in front of left, and we take the arms wide open. Knees bend, left arm crosses in front of right. Sunburst open. And sunburst with the arms. Knees bend and straighten. All right, just a couple more times. 3 and 2 and 1. All right, time for a nice wide-legged ragdoll. So let's sweep the arms up here and fold forward as your knees head over your toes. Nice little forward fold here. And you can either hold on to your elbows or let your arms hang. Experiment, see which feels best to you, and move around. Release, release. And then come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your legs, come halfway up. We take a breath here, right, to get re-centered and then come straight up, all right? So after being down for a while, we pause at halfway, give the breath a chance to catch back up, okay? Let's turn the right toes forward, left toes in at an angle, and find our warrior 2 here. The back leg is nice and strong. The outer edge of that back foot is pressing strongly into the mat. Your front foot facing straight ahead, knee over ankle, straight through the center. Your shoulders are over your hips, right? If there was a tube coming down from the ceiling, your shoulders and your hips would be in, your arms are out. Inhale and exhale. Now go ahead and flip your arms up. That helps to melt the shoulders down. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have said flip your palms up. That was, okay. And flip your palms back. Inhale and exhale. All right, now we're going to bend the right arm gently on the leg, left arm overhead. And we're going to extend the left arm over the ear and extend the right arm. Okay, so this is a core side angle. Today we're calling it the sunset because as you lift up, it's sunrise. Keep your arms like that. We're going sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise. There it is, sunset, whew, and sunrise, arms out. Inhale the arms overhead, bring your hands to your hips, turn all 10 toes forward. Inhale, now we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold with the toes facing forward. Your index fingers are in your hip creases as you melt. And let your hands just slide down your legs. Okay, if your hands reach the floor, let them touch the floor. If not, keep them on your legs. Inhale and exhale. Grounding, centering, forward fold here. Bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Come the rest of the way up. If your legs need a break, go ahead and bring them together. Otherwise, we're going to set up for Warrior 2 on the left. Left toes are forward, knee over ankle, knee through the center of the toe, back leg strong, outer edge of the back foot grounded, arms float up. We've checked the knee. We need to make sure the shoulders are over the hips. Okay, and then we just turn the palms up to settle the shoulders, turn them down. We're in warrior two. Inhale and exhale. Taking a nice breath here. Gazing past the left fingertips. Now bend your left elbow and bring your right arm overhead and then over the ear. So we're in a side angle here. Extend the left arm. Okay, here's our sunset. Sunrise, bring the arms up. The lower half of the body is staying nice and steady. Sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise. One more, sunset and sunrise. Back to warrior two. Hands to the hips. Straighten your leg. Take both feet forward. Nice, relaxing forward fold. So let your knees and hips be soft here. Okay, just find whatever feels right to you and ragdoll it out a little more. Remember to include your head and neck as you move around. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up, come the rest of the way up, and walk your feet together, step them out, inhale and exhale. All right, how you guys doing? Good? All right. All right, it's Friday. Inhale and exhale. We're coming to the top of the mat, okay? After this, we'll be headed down all the way to the mat, but I promised you a sun B, right? So let's do it. Okay, so sun B. First we start in mountain pose, breathing, breathing. Then we sit back into the chair. Here's our chair, hips are back, inhale and exhale. Lift up and then swan dive. So we start in chair, move into a swan dive. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, you look up, here's your half lift. Exhale the hands down, and we're coming to a plank. We've been doing knee down plank. If you want to do knee up, just go ahead. Any plank will do here. Inhale and exhale. Now we bend the elbows and come down into chaturanga. Inhale and exhale. Lift up, look up. Cobra here, release, press back and up into downward facing dog. All right, from this dog, the right leg comes up and then the right foot steps forward, back heel spins down at an angle, and we're coming into warrior one. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Take a breath. Bring your hands down, one hand on either side of your right foot, and then bring the right leg back. You're back in plank. Knees up or down. Elbows bend. The elbows are going back. You chaturanga down. Lift the heart, lift the gaze into cobra. Release. And find your way to downward facing dog. There it is, down dog. That can always be a table, right? Lift your left leg, left foot forward, right foot spins down. Find your warrior one. Take your time getting there. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Sweep the hands down, find your way to plank. Knees up or down, we chaturanga, elbows head toward the back. We're gonna work on, we did a couple of cobras. Let's do a little locust here. Bring your hands back by your side, gaze toward your mat, okay? And now roll your shoulders towards your ears, down your spine as you lift your pinkies up toward the sky and you look forward. Keep your neck in line with your spine. You're not cranking your head up, and release. We're going to go back into that back bend, and this time add the legs as an option. Legs up, or feet up anyway, and release. Woo! Make a pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees and rock your legs from side to side. Whew. All right, we bring the feet down, hands under the shoulders. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. And then just start to walk your feet up to your hands. Okay, the knees bend, the hips go back. Your half lift here, forward fold, and then from here lift into your chair. We started with chair, we end with chair. And then lift the arms and exhale, hands by your side. Okay, and that was Sun B. Woo, right? Okay, so let's come all the way down. Okay, the feet are hip width distance apart. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. And just step back to down dog or table. Okay, inhale and exhale. And let your hips go to the right and to the left. Now we're looking for release, release, release. Wiggle around, move around, bring your knees down, sit off to the side, and come to a seated mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. Sit up nice and tall, mountain pose here. Okay, we're gonna flex the feet, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so in this forward fold, we're interested in getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Reach the arms up, reach high, shoulders are away from the ears here, and we're folding forward from the hip creases, reaching. Let the hands come wherever they go, and keep your gaze toward your toes. So instead of rounding over in this forward fold, right now, our spines are long. Inhale and exhale. And then release, come up. We'll do that one more time. Arms up, inhale, flexing the feet, reach the hands. Gazing toward the toes. Yeah, nice long spine. Feeling the back of the legs. And then release. Whew. All right, so have your hips about at the midpoint of your mat. Bend your knees, your feet are hip width distance apart. We're gonna hold on to the hamstrings and slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Oh. All right, bring your feet in closer to your hips here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's take a nice long stretch. Arms overhead, legs long. Exhale, draw the knees in and rock a little from side to side, releasing the spine here. Just rocking things out. Inhale and exhale. Okay, hold your right leg in and bring your left foot down. We're moving into wind releasing pose, okay? So just go ahead and hold your right knee in, and then let that left leg start to straighten any amount. Inhale and exhale. All right, we'll Let's try it on the left. Bring your left knee in, hold on to your left leg. Maybe you have your shin, maybe your thigh. Right foot down. And then allow your right foot to straighten. Opposite leg is straightening. One leg is in. And bring it in. That was a nice little hip stretch. Also, we're going to do a deeper hip stretch, the recline pigeon. Bring both your feet down. Cross your right ankle over your left. Flex your right foot. Okay, take a moment. Put your hand on your right thigh and just press that right thigh a little bit away from you as you bring your left leg in. Okay, and then thread the needle, right hand through the legs, holding onto your left leg with your right foot flexed. Okay, maybe you have the outside of your leg. And just check where your left knee is. Bring it in line with your left shoulder, and you'll feel that nice release in your right hip. Send your breath there. Recline pigeon. Now take your left leg straight up. You're still holding on to this pose here. And you point and flex your left foot. Work that ankle and then circle one direction and the other. Bend your left knee, release your left leg, unwrap your right leg, both feet to the mat, and then just open and close your knees. Gently like butterfly wings. This time we take the left ankle across the right thigh. Okay? Just put your hand on your left leg for a moment just to keep that left knee open. Start to bring your right leg in. And then left hand through the legs where they make that triangle, holding on to the right leg. Get that nice stretch in the left hip. Check your right knee. You want it in line with your right shoulder. Left foot is flexed. You are in recline pigeon. Nice hip opener. Release. Sending your breath to that left hip. Take your right leg straight up, point and flex. So now we give the ankle some gratitude for what it does all day long. Holds us up, rotate it one direction and the other. And then go ahead, bend your right knee, release, unwind, bring both feet to the mat, and just let your legs gently open and close. Bring the knees back up, hands by your side, and go ahead and open and close your hands, wiggle your fingers, play the piano, rotate your wrists one direction and the other. All right, here we go. We're going to let the head gently move from one side to the other, thinking about releasing the neck, release. Face yoga time. Scrunch up the face, inhale, 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 and as you exhale, stick your tongue out and make a big noise. Ah! And release. Remember, this reduces the likelihood of wrinkles, helps with any wrinkles that you might already have. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. Inhale and ah! Yes, stick your tongue out. Woo. Inhale and exhale. Boy, you say wrinkles and everybody participates. Okay, let's do this one more time. We're going to raise the right corner of the mouth, raise the left corner of the mouth, smile asana. Take a nice comfortable position here. Scan your body from head to toe. See if anything is left that wants to move or wiggle or release. And then find what's going to be your final relaxation position for today. Something you can hold for a few minutes. Okay, releasing onto the earth. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Let your body melt onto the earth as you exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, melt. One more time. And melt. As you move into your final relaxation, gently close your eyes, let the earth support you, and allow your body some time to assimilate the benefits of the work you just did. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your space. Begin to invite a deeper breath. Bring movement back to your body. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, extend your arms long, your legs long. And as you exhale, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. Take your time. And then help yourself back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.